Hello folks, it is I, Napalm, and we're going to do another showcase on Batman Arkham Origins. And this time we're going to do one of a comic that I recently have been reading actually, and I've actually surprisingly enjoyed, honestly. We're going to do... Let me get ready, let me actually go to the costume. No, 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 no. Aha! We're going to do the Thrillkiller Batman. Originally I was actually gonna do this costume first, cause this was before I had the PS3 version, cause I was like hoping to do the Nightfall costume and also the $1 million suit costume, and I couldn't access it. I tried to do the $1 million suit, but WIB, the internet, whatever it is, it couldn't let me. Someone else said that they could get it, but me, I couldn't. So sucks for me. So I decided to look into this one, and I thought this one actually looks pretty cool. It actually kind of looks like um, the new 52 versions of the Super Heavy series, the Ark. It's when Jim Gordon becomes Batman, when Batman supposedly dies after his fight with the Joker. And this, I looked at this, like, this actually kind of looks like it from, I looked at it from far away, actually. I was like, this actually looks like it. Even the logo kind of resembles that. And I was going to do it, and then I just noticed that he has, like, these very skin-tight, leathery, like, long gloves that reaches to his arms, like his shoulders, and then he has, like, these thigh-high boots, and I thought, I don't think everyone's gonna like this one. They're gonna think that this is some kind of kinky walkthrough, so that's when I decided to change it and go with a long Halloween. Um, just for the sake of everyone thinking that I was normal, so that's what we went with. Alright, so what am I doing? I don't know why that's marked. But yes. Let's get on with it. You know, one of the biggest pros of playing this game on the PC, well, there's many pros actually. One of them is like you get like really good. The graphics are bumped up heavily, and also the load time to get to the map is like decreased. Like literally pick a place on the map and you're there in like an instant, depending on what PC you have. Though I have a really pretty decent computer up until this point. I think at some point I'm gonna need to upgrade. Oh Christ. But yeah, that's actually a really good perk on that. Still, there's a lot of flaws that it had with the PS3 version. There are a lot of snipers right here, so let's actually land. Alright, I'm gonna need to get on safe ground, actually. Alright, can I get out of here? There we go. Alright, so let's talk about the Thrillkiller Batman suit, and yeah, let me shed some info on this new version of telling the story of Batman. So this is actually like for the Thrillkiller Batman comic, it's actually set during the 1960s or something. Um, I don't know actually. It's like somewhere around the 1960s, but like if you were to read the comic, you would think that it was like it's pretty much around the time, as I'll explain it, kind of like the time where Prince and Michael Jackson were like a very, very big thing. And when I say Michael Jackson, like this was during the time when he was like, you know, transitioned to, you know, changing his skin color. And it is also when like Prince was also a very, very big thing as well during the 1989s. Because when I think about that, that's when like Prince did that music video for the Batman movie. So yeah, around that time. So like this comic like is set around that. I think it's set on the 1960s, which I kind of like. It's a little hard to believe because like in the comic, everyone's dressed with like shoulder pads that you would see in the 90s, like power suits, and it's actually a little confusing of like what direction they were going. But yes, I actually really like the artwork in this comic though. It's like very like definitely old style. There's like it's like colored pencils though, but they did it really, really good actually. Like some people didn't like it. I looked at the Amazon reviews and a lot of people didn't like the artwork from what I read. I actually loved it. It was actually really cool. It definitely like the like as terms of what the summary said is just like it takes a look at Batman and like during the time of sexualization and you know the whole gay era. It actually did say the whole gay era or something like that. It did say something. I think it's like where I read it. That's what it's in the summary. Um, but yeah, that's like it was during that whole time, like the depression, like or something like that. It's very confusing, to be honest. I don't know so much about the era. Anyways, let's get to the plot of the points. So the whole thing starts off with Batgirl and Robin. There's no sign of Batman at all. Batman isn't even like, doesn't even show his face until like the very, very end of the comic series, actually. Well, let me get on with it. So it starts. So the whole main, I don't know. I can't talk. I can't put words. Let me just walk around. Actually, let me find a good place to walk without getting shot at. So like the whole thing revolves around Batgirl and Robin, and they act as vigilantes who are fighting against the GCPD crooked cops. So you know, like the whole like every cop, you know, whenever they're doing their like their crooked business, you know, like their side deals, like drug deals and stuff like that, selling weapons to people, to goons, Batgirl and Robin come in and they stop them, and they're seen as these vigilantes that people want to get rid of. And so Jim Gordon, you know, just like has a detective to track down, like to take on the case of tracking down who Batgirl and Robin is. And this detective is none other than Bruce Wayne. And this version of Bruce Wayne, he's actually poor. He was rich at some point, but like all of his money got drained away, or like was just, it's all gone because it's all gone because of like, I think it was like the Great Depression or something, or the Depression. It just said the Depression. But his family loses his wealth, and his parents, like, you know, the original one, they get killed, but they get killed by his servants though, like the mansion servants. So that's actually like, you know, one little difference to the whole Batman origin thing. So they still get killed, Martha Wayne and Thomas Wayne, but they get killed by their servants. I forgot why specifically, but yeah, I guess they didn't pay them enough, or they didn't tip, or I don't know. I got to go back and read it again to like to see what it was. And at first I thought like Alfred was sorry, Alfred like was part of that, you know, like he killed the Waynes, but you know he doesn't actually. Like they don't tell you that until like the very end though, and I'll get to that in a bit. So Bruce Wayne is a detective. He's poor, and he's on the case of finding out who Batgirl and Robin is. And while he's on the case, there's this one business person who also wants to track them down. Just by the way, like this is not a completely 100% accurate summarization of it. This is just by going of what I'm by memory. I kind of read it recently, but it's like I don't really have it all memorized. So go read it for yourself, you know, just so you can like get the full detail of what I'm talking about. So anyways, this one person also wants to help Bruce Wayne find out who Robin and Batgirl is. And this person is called Blanche or Blanc, White Sheeple or something. It's something like that. But it's actually the Joker, or this version's Joker, and it's actually female. And for the first few pages, it's actually like they definitely like took some like influence of like Michael Jackson, because like that's actually the very first image that I got when I saw this person, and I was unsure if it was a guy or girl, but it's a girl actually. Because there's some scenes where like she's just wearing like a blouse, and you could obviously breasts, not nipples, but just, you know, like her side boobs and stuff. So this is like this version of the Joker. Now this version, this person didn't fall into chemical acids. She's just a woman who has very, very pale skin, and she applies red lipstick, and she has green hair. So she wants to help Bruce Wayne take down Batgirl and Robin because they're interfering with her corrupt business as well. Of course, Batman doesn't realize this just yet. So Batman is on the case, and eventually he finds out that Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, and the guy who plays Robin, it's not, well, his name's not Dick Grayson, it's Richard, no, it's Richard is short, Dick is short for Richard, I don't know why, but it's a German name, it's Richard Grauskert or something like that, but it's pretty much the German description of Dick Grayson. So pretty much the same thing is like Barbara Gordon, daughter of Jim Gordon, Dick Grayson, part of the Flying Graysons, but they're German. And like Barbara Gordon's mom died, I forgot how, But after like her mom's death, she went to counseling or therapy, and eventually somehow she happened to find herself. Well, she happened. I don't know why or how she ended up with the Flying Graysons, but she was just learning how to do acrobatics and stuff, and that's where it led her to meet Robin, Dick Grayson. I'm gonna call him Dick Grayson though. It's his German name is really hard to pronounce. And from then on, that's when they start fighting crime together. Um, so yeah. So oh, and Selena Kyle's in the book, but she gets brutally murdered. Well, it doesn't, not brutally, but she gets pushed off the building. Spoilers, by the way, for those of you who are actually interested in reading this, though. I actually ordered it online on Amazon. If you guys, no, I didn't. No, I looked at it on Amazon. I bought it at a comic book stop that I always go to, because I know the Amazon thing. There was like different buyers, and I kind of don't trust that. But yes, Catwoman makes an appearance. Well, she's not even Catwoman, like. Well, she is, but she's actually a stripper, and she puts on cat clothing. But her appearance is very short, just to let you know. So yeah. So Batman eventually figures out that Barbara Gordon is Batgirl, and he's just like, you know what? I want to help you take down these guys. You know, these people that, you know, are crooked cops. And eventually, like, the bad people find out about this, so they plan evidence that the death of Selena Kyle is blamed on Bruce Wayne. So he, like, escapes, teams up with Batgirl and Robin, and they take down the Joker and this one corrupt mayor that's, you know, in cahoots with the Joker. And in the process, Dick Grayson, Robin, dies, unfortunately. And yeah, that's when it leads to the birth of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. So it's definitely an interesting take on the Batman series, though, actually, because like Bruce Wayne doesn't become Batman based on his parents. He becomes Batman based on the death of Robin, him getting blamed for like the deaths of some people, and just the corruption of the GCPD. And he becomes Batman from Batgirl. Batgirl, I guess you can say, is the whole person who gave birth to the whole Bat family thing. So definitely a very confusing, well, not confusing, but it's like a different take on the Batman series. But I found it pretty humorous, to be honestly. Not humorous, but it was pretty interesting. It was, I kind of liked it, actually. I definitely liked the artwork in that. Like I said, it was like colored pencil or something, but it definitely like really matched the whole like genre of what they were trying to go for. Like I said, there was definitely like the whole like, it definitely did its part in just like giving that sense of sexualization to, you know, its characters, though. They, you know, they definitely look like the 90s. I really thought Barbara Gordon's suit looked really hot. She looked hot in general. She was like this busty 30-something-year-old woman, you know, with like, and they drew her like with big lips, not over exaggerated big lips, but like, you know, those kind of tempting big lips, though, that you could see in the 90s or something like that. And I thought it was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So it was actually really good, actually. I really enjoyed Thrillkiller. I didn't finish it, though. I stopped at the part where Bruce Wayne just becomes Batman, and when Dick Grayson just dies. So that's where I stopped, and I was gonna finish it, but I thought, you know what? I'll just do a showcase of this so far, and when I'm done with the showcase, I'll go back to reading Thrillkiller. But yeah, if you guys are interested in reading it as well, definitely like. If you find a comics, I doubt they're gonna have it at the comic book shops. I found the comic books place that I went to, like they have like old comics, so I was actually very surprised that they had this one, though. But in terms like for other comic book places, the ones that I usually go to, they don't have that kind of old stuff, though. Like this one that I went to, like they have a lot of them, though, like dating back to like the first issues of like Preacher or The Long Halloween or even the Watchmen ones. And the other ones that I usually go to, my go-to ones, they have more recent issues, though. They don't really carry the old stuff. So I was lucky enough to be able to find the Thrillkiller Batman issues. But if you're interested yourself, check on Amazon, check online. They should definitely have it. And it's definitely a fun read, actually. It's definitely interesting. Definitely something different, something new. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. It was something that kept me entertained. So definitely pick it up if you're interested. If you want to see how it unfolds. I don't know what happens when Bruce Wayne becomes Batman. I don't know if he stops the Joker yet. Yeah, because the last that you see the Joker, she's seen on TV, but she's not wearing her Joker stuff. And she's actually marrying or the mayor. And Jim Gordon's like, "Oh my God, that's the Joker! Oh my God, what have we done?" And so, yeah, that's where I left off. So, kind of a big cliffhanger for me, but I'm really eager to finish it. But yeah, that's interesting costume details for this one, though. Like I said, like I didn't want to do it because I thought people would think it was weird, so I just went with the long Halloween. And when I got the PS3, I did the Nightfall one. Even though not a lot of people know it, but it actually was one of the ones that looked really cool. Oh, fuck. But yes, definitely read it. I'm trying to do more showcases, like I'm definitely like trying to do more things like That's Not Batman. Like I mentioned before, I was trying to do the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that game was just really, really bad. It's just, I don't like it. It was just, wait, oh, I gotta interrogate this guy.
You for real? Please, let me go. I'll tell you whatever you want to know, please.
You've hidden extortion data for Enigma. Tell me where it is.
No problem. No problem, man. I'll take you to it myself if you want.
Yeah. Definitely live up to the fetish. What was I saying? Yes, I was gonna do Spider-Man 2, but like I said, the game is just so bad. Like, you have to do, like, a lot of good deeds in order to keep the police and the special forces from attacking you. It's just really annoying trying to swing around while they're, like, shooting lasers at you. So yeah, there's not even that many good suits for the Spider-Man 2 one, just, the symbiote suit and some other ones. So I'll probably do the, Spider-Man 1. Of course, I'm gonna have to hook up, like, the PS3. But that game is actually a lot better. You don't have to deal with the special forces or have to do, like, good deeds, like, consistently. So I'll probably, like, get around to doing that, because there's actually 5 suits, actually, now that I think about it. And they're not very good as well. They have, like, other good suits for the Amazing Spider-Man 1, but like I said, Activision lost the rights to Spider-Man, so all things in terms of, like, Activision or superhero-wise, well, anything based on Activision is no longer in the video game stores, like PS Store or Steam. Hopefully they'll be able to get the rights back, or someone else will take the mantle, because there's a lot of really good suits that I really want to play, and I'm pretty sure that everyone does as well. But yeah, if anything, I'll get onto the showcase for that one. But yeah. Whoa. That's pretty much all I gotta say about this one, actually. I don't have anything else to say in terms of Batman. I still haven't watched Gotham yet, but I'm actually pretty interested nonetheless, you know. Hopefully it'll be good. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video right here, actually. Just wanted to go over the oh, shoot. There's shorty thing. But yes, this is where I'm gonna end the video. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll get on to more showcases soon enough. I'll try to do other video games, actually. Not just this. I feel like I gotta do my homework. Like, when I do these showcases, I try to talk comics. I don't want to just go ramble on about, like, my daily life, though. I've been busy with other stuff, but, you know. I've been working for a band. Well, not working for them, but, like, a friend of mine started an all-girls band, and she just posted on Facebook, like, hey, I need someone to come with the logo if anyone has any ideas. And I just thought, hey, I'll take a crack at it. So I've actually been busy working on that. It's pretty fun, but it's actually pretty challenging for many, many reasons. But maybe in another video I'll talk about that later, you know, when, you know, the day progresses and we see if they actually choose the logo that I made or not. So we'll see. Anyways, I'll end the video here. I'll stop talking. Thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot that you guys love these showcases. I see the likes, I see the viewpoints, so you know, I'll definitely keep making more. Anyways, bye-bye, guys. I'll see you around, and good night. Please to God, let this turn off when I hit the button.